yes, Ivy comes with the Incineroar, but you've got other options of that. You've got Urshifu in that close combat, and I think we could see a potential for the Iron Hands as well to make use of the electric terrain that gets set up from the Miraidon, so you can start going for those more physical attacks to get around the Calm Mind boost that Lunala has. And a low kick with that Quark Drive boost has a really good chance of getting like even a one-hit KO on Miraidon.
Yeah, that move is just so powerful, especially of course against all those heavy hitters, right?
All right, supposedly we're back. I've reset my router, but I think it is like a.
Kind of set up a tailwind that way, but it depends also a little bit on how fast.
I'm pretty sure it's
how fast is being
like
trained. Would it outpace Lunala in tailwind, for example?
a problem with the actual stream itself. Well, it's a problem with my router.
Has the chance to adapt by bringing Whimsicott, by trying and match tailwind, by using Encore potentially against Ho-Oh if it tries to protect or use tailwind, just to mess up the positioning of Sander that way. And I feel like based on how this first game went, it seemed like Gustavo definitely knew kind of how to approach this matchup, and it's a big task to come back here for Sander.
Yeah, it is, but we've identified some tools for you, Sander, so if you listen, do kind of take our words of advice, or at least definitely Marcus's anyway.
Alright, I think that one is correct.
Well-founded words, my friend.
Man,
So,
I hate that issues. What's the point of paying for wired internet? You're still just gonna get owned.
Where do they take this? Were they happy with that Rillaboom?
Caught up to the live stream. Aye. Hopefully it stays up for a reasonable amount of time this time. Died twice. I am now back. What do I set that to 160p? Gang, are we back? Back, are we, gang? What if I just watch on Twitch? Okay, it's working fine. It's just the stream. Okay, it's working fine. Twitch manager is booked. And then is YouTube working fine? All right, yeah. So we're good on both fronts there. All right, yeah. Sorry about all that. I would bother playing games, but like, what's the point? If I play Unite, I get cooked. I think, how much time have we got left on the round? I realize this overlay doesn't have like a countdown timer, but we had the Zelda Fit open. It's cool to think that for YouTube and Twitch, eventually we're not going to have to put the card game, the card game as like the link. This is what we're doing. We'll actually be able to put Elysian, and everyone's just gonna be like, "Yep, this is what we're playing Elysian. We're playing the paper copy version of Elysian." But yeah, this is us. Chilling for a little bit. Hope people have been enjoying the stream when the stream is actually up. Obviously, we've not been able to properly watch it. Well, it's not been as seamless as it would be. I'm gonna edit these down and actually get them as YouTube videos. Pontypool's obviously gonna be very, very easy because it's just gonna be cut. But for the YouTube versions of that, we're just gonna do what we can. Luckily, nothing's really gone down during a game itself, outside of the start of the Bone Duster one, where I've been able to like roll that back for round 4. But yeah, hopefully 5 and 6. I'm also gonna, I don't know, put in a complaint with version because this has happened 2 weeks in a row now. On Saturdays, like we got lucky that we did the podcast when we did it last week because we finished the pod and then the internet issue started. Today it's happening now. My hair is so messy. Ooh, really need to get a retwist. Round 5 is this next one. Then we got one more to go after that. So 2 rounds to play. Hopefully internet's going to cooperate for those. We're in OT right now for round 4. And we're looking good. Alrighty. So we've got not Royal Knights, Hunters back on stream. Is what I would say if I was a liar. But I'm... Okay, so we got Bone Duster back with Dragon Lynx, and he's going to be facing off against a new player this time. Different player coming in. We haven't seen them yet. And the mat is absolutely nothing of a giveaway. Hey, what's up, Dread? Yeah, so for me, it's just they have some of the fastest internet. Also, I'm an O2 customer, so I get a discount. So it worked for me. And for the most part, I've never really had too many stability issues. Obviously, when they go down, they go down. But I've never really had any big stability issues. We're wired as well, which is how I know it's not the Wi-Fi going down. It's the actual internet is going down. But I've reset my router. Hopefully that's going to help. I feel like you're supposed to power cycle your router every so often for health reasons. I do not be doing that. And yeah, I guess we're not going to know what they're on. If I was to guess, I would say something like Imperial or something. Blue Sleeves, obviously they're not going to be on Mirage. They're also 4-0 right now, so that's definitely not Mirage. Even Dark Blue Tama, I feel like you're definitely some sort of Bandai Blue enthusiast. And they have a green Plectrum as their... Alrighty. They have a green guitar pick as their thing. So, you know, the blue and green, you can see the vision, but it is Shine Greymon instead. So we got D-Time 93 versus the Bone Duster. Shine Greymon, still pretty good. You would have seen it coming. Wargrey OTK is a cool shot. I mean, it is a Greymon that do be OTKing. He do not be going to war. Well, he doesn't go to war. He sends out his child soldier to war. Which obviously is a marked improvement. We're going to get into it with Shine Greymon. 4-5. Alrighty. So I was not paying attention during the dice roll. Hello, Bone Duster. I actually quite like the high angle that Jamie takes. It's a little bit higher than what I do, but I kind of like being able to actually see, like, it's zoomed in enough that you don't get like the monk spot on the back of someone's head, but far, like, you can, the players can actually lean in under it. Like when we have to do it, you have to lean, but yeah, this is actually pretty nice. It's just a real shame about the giant ball of light above the playmat. So that is going to be the red 3 and then a Hina. And we're going to be looking at draw 1, and hatching Koromon. Red base shine. Interesting. Not going to be seeing yellow shine. Like, I feel like a lot of people have switched over to the hero Koromon because you get a lot of the like red Koromon aggro while still being able to do like the new yellow base game plan. But I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And we're gonna just go with the Hina. No need to really play too aggressively right now. You know that a 4 that you slam probably isn't making it back to you without the memory setter to try and turn it into a 5. So we're gonna push the Agumon out. Start of main. I don't. It's the Agumon ult. I want to say. Is that the ult for the BT13 one? I have one of those lying around. I don't seem to have it on my desk right now. Otherwise, I'd be able to check. I'm going to see Chikurimon go in as we're going to see Marcus step on Lego. And then we're going to see Geogray. We don't have a Marcus in play, which means we get to play a Marcus for free. So we're going to play the memory setter down. And he's not going to go sideways. We're actually going to go rush raid and then May attack. We're going to swing. And Alliance. So because it's suspended, we're going to gain 1. And then this is going to be Marcus swinging in for 3k plus 7, 10k, 2 checks. It's the memory setter. So the memory gained back isn't going to be too much extra value. I'm going to go to 3 and 5. Marcus should be turning back into a tamer. BT12 Agumon. BT12 is the searcher one, isn't it? Okay, so I guess he just paid the memory, or was supposed to pay the memory. Ultimately, it is not mattered because we're going to be going to 3 anyway, and then up to 5. I think we're just confirming what is what, and looking underneath it, the tried and tested. Hey, by the way, you're getting the Digivolve. So now back to looking at Hina Link's cards. It's when one of your Digimon specifically are played. So we're not actually going to get to use the new Hina. Oh, we just slammed the 5. I looked away. Silly me thinking that a 3 was going to turn into a 4. My bad. So we're going to get to Digivolve 4 by using the Hina to activate the on-play. Isn't it Digivolve 4 or is it Digivolve 1? What? Metallic has 2 L's. Metallic Dramon. On play Digivolve 4. When Digivolving, none of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon can Digivolve until the end of their turn. It must be the BT13 Agu. So that's why he didn't, because he left it as a 4, so that way he doesn't have to get the rookie back, which means he won't get to turn the Marcus into a Digimon. I think that's the idea behind it. Yeah, BT13. So that one is the one that turns the Marcus for free. So, yeah. For those of you that don't know, the Digivolve plus a number actually is up to. So Digivolve 4 doesn't have to be Digivolve 4 exactly. It's up to 4. Obviously stopping when you're hitting a level 3. So it's a really cool instance of a player knowing how some keywords that aren't translated very well actually work out. And of course, with none of the level 4s being able to Digivolve thanks to the Wind Digivolving, the Geogreymon is just kind of stuck where it is. It's a really interesting place to get stuck. Because it means that unless you slam Rise Greymon for 7, putting him to 2, you're not actually going to get to do much more than that. But this is a really cute... This is a really cute attempt. It is going to swing, and then we get to minus 3k the rookie. I guess you could have maybe swung that before, but you don't really want to hit another Marcus out of security. And then we're going to go Alliance. Make it a little bit smaller, interestingly enough. Still going to be enough to get the 2 checks. And then that's going to be the draw off of the egg. And just once again, it's always worth confirming because there is a Shine Greymon that does turn Marcus into that actually does turn Marcus into like a blocker. So it's always worth confirming whether Marcus is going to be there. Right now, both of them are 4-0. This is just the start of round 5, and we've got one more round after this. So whoever wins here puts themselves pretty on task, almost guarantees their invite. So this is a really, really important round. Going to be swinging, and we're going to hit a Marcus. This is going to be 2 checks. Whoa. Yeah, because it's a when attacking as well. Has the Lava Garita for the effect minus. So we're going to spend 5. And it's just going to be the full just on play in order to clear the Agumon, take it offline, and get the Hina. And then we get to go. Ooh, this stops the Agumon from moving out. Oh, this is so clean. Yeah, this is really, really well done. So Volcanic Dramon. We're going to use the on play to delete the Rise Greymon because it's the lowest. And then all turns when this then when Digimon means your opponent can't play or move Digimon with 6k or less until the end of the turn. So this should mean that we can't turn the Marcus into anything. We can't play a rookie. The only thing you can do is slam. No, because you can't even slam the Rise. Because if you slam Rise here, the Tamers can't be. I don't think the Tamers can move from Tamer instance to Digimon instance. It's really interesting because they're technically not moving from the battle area. They're becoming something. And they're not being played. It's a really... It's a Judge Call Turbo. Like, if you had it, you can just go, hey, can I... hey, Judge, do I win game 1? Because it's Blast DNA as well. So it's not like you actually have to respect Ragnar. We're just going to play Marcus. I mean, you're putting him on better habit, basically. Red Scramble, passing 2. Going to go to 3. And then nothing higher than that because, of course, no Digimon can move out. So you have to make another Volcanic, basically, from this position. The problem is it shuts out 6k or less. And that Geogray is actually... that Geogray is 5k. So it's actually still going to get stuck in raising. He needed to make a 5. And if you're Bone Duster, you actually low-key don't mind if you die. If you swing this Metallic for 2. Ah, we're going to swing the Volcanic. I mean, it's for 2. Oh, for 1. Then this is going to be for 2. Hit Marcus, clear the last. So we don't quite have a rookie for game, but do we have, from the top rope, my goat? Let the people know. He's back at it again. 0 cost, Evo, Burn, and Checkaroonie. Dragon Lynx. 1 game away from basically having his invite. Yeah, they don't move and they're not placed. They just become Digimon. Yeah, so Rise Greymon actually would win the game in that instance. Yeah, that's really funny because obviously he got to that point by putting him on better habit by playing the Rise beforehand. But as a result, it might have just run out of Rises. We'd already seen him use one. That was really, really sick. Yeah, it's a really, really clean way of finishing out the game. Just kind of... I mean, also in that instance, there was no Digimon. So he did that from 3 memory and technically could have done it without the DNA. But we got Marcus for 3 memory. So it just kind of shows the value. Yeah. Oh, I mean, I love seeing some quick games. This isn't finals. This is the round preceding finals. So we're gonna see. This is round 5 out of 6. We will have a 6th round after. Winner of this probably will get their invite because they'll be playing in finals as an EXO player, potentially only losing to one other EXO player, which in a 32 cap, that was enough. Rookie in the back. I'm going to open up with the Agumon, and are we going to play a Marcus? No, we're going to play offense training. And we're going to take the Agumon X. Interesting. I think red base is really, really interesting, especially because the game, clearly, they want you to move back over to yellow base. Obviously, we did just get, well, we're getting a new Rise Greymon that is red base. But yeah, this is still really, really cool. Medieval Gallantmon makes a lot of sense. Nice double hit. It's impressive how many double hits he's managed to find off of this. Gonna see it nice and early. The main thing I guess I like from this position, if you're Bone Duster, is you're probably getting that level 4 back to you. I don't know how you're going to cheat out a Hina though, really. But we will cheat out a Marcus. So I'm actually kind of surprised we didn't see the Agumon X. Maybe just deciding to prioritize it as a rookie that draws a card rather than prioritize it as a prioritize it as like extra cycle and search. So I like Scramble here over the training just because it means if/when something bad happens to your stack, you get to play back on board. Is what I would say if Volcanic wasn't just immediately just going to cook you. I actually maybe would have preferred the training now that I think about it a little bit more. And if you are Bone Duster, you do actually have to clear this Rise. All right, there goes the body. Yeah, I think if you don't clear this Rise, you die. Genuinely, this might be game from this position. Start of main. Spend 2, double Marcus. Rookie in the back. Gang, we might be in so much trouble. This is make a Shine Greymon, is what I would say if there was a Shine Greymon. So we're going to draw 1, and then we're going to get to put Marcus top of security. So that's up to 5 once again. And then another Marcus. And did we rip it off the top? We did not. So Marcus aggro. That's 2 Marcuses down. 1 insecurity, though. And we are on the strangest you should die line of all time. And we just don't quite have it. So we're going to commit the Agu X. We've already got 1 in the back. And from the looks of it, he can't make a thing from this position. We are finally going to find the Shine Greymon. Real shame. Again, it's one of those I wonder if maybe he'd committed the Agumon X as part of his Evo line earlier. He would have been 4 cards deeper and closer to that. The main thing is whether you can actually... You don't have the second Hina is the problem. So I actually don't think if you're Bone Duster, you can punish this. We are going to push up. So maybe you can. Maybe I am a foolish man that does not know. I'm going to pitch off the Lava Garita, which is going to get us the draw as well. Yeah, we got ourselves a follow. Thank you very much for the follow. Yeah, Dragon Links is really, really cool to see. So we've got the Jazzerishmon down. I'll have missed the search. We can still make a 5 from this position. The problem is it is going to pass turn. Oh, actually, no. It doesn't one of them give you a memory back if you delete something? Can the Lavo keep turn here? I think he's trying to pick between search. Now that the Shine Greymon is there, you know that you have to clear this Rise Greymon. Because if you don't, you die. And even if you do, to be fair, you might still be in trouble. We're going to slam this, pop the Agu, and get the Hina down. So, passing 8 versus Shine Greymon. Not ideal. Like, of places I would want to be, that is not one of them. Either. I haven't seen it. Rude. Surely. Oh, well, I mean, I guess we don't have a Marcus. I guess that's what the problem is. I was trying to figure out, like, what's the problem here, but we don't have a Marcus in play. So we're going to training evolve into Geogray. Maybe slam the Memory Setter down. Memory Setter clears the rookie. Gives us a free Rise Greymon. Yeah, so we're going to spend 5 on the Marcus. 8 down to 3. Trigger Geogray. Gives Rush Alliance. We're still not getting a free Evo, though, is the only thing I don't like about this line. Because no matter how you do it... Oh, wait, no, Shine evolves for 3. For some reason, I thought Shine evolved for 4. Alright, so now we get to minus... Presumably the Lavo is what you want to do. It's only minus 3, but you should be able to cut it down to size with the other stuff. Play to clear. Alright. Wait, he had a Scramble in hand. Did he draw the Scramble for Evo? You got to save some memory with a Scramble. It's not going to fully matter, I guess. I'm going to swing. And this is going to be 2 checks. Minus 3k the security. Gain 1. Minus 3k there. Minus 3k. And that's going to be the clear for the pop. And then you alliance the big body. So this is going to be Marcus swinging for so much. Oh, it's 3 checks? Damn. Why is it 3? Or it was him scooping because we're not in a position to punish it. Either way, it doesn't matter. It's going to be a clean game 2 from Shine Greymon. So now it's all to play for. I actually don't know who takes it in this kind of situation. Well, I do know we got ourselves a cheeky little follow. Thank you for the follow, Armadillomon. Or Armadillomon. Armadillo 1 even. And Cringe Pile Shuffle. Cringe Pile Shuffle. You hate to see it. By you, I mean I. I hate to see it a lot. Oh, yeah, of course. Shine does give the sec +1. Yeah, so that's 3 checks and then just rookie for game. Or anything for game. Yeah, fair enough. I legit forgot that was the vibe. It just shows how like sick this deck actually can be. Like, obviously, it was past like a bajillion memory, so you're kind of asking to die from that situation. But if he also didn't try and play for clear whilst getting the Hina down, like he would have been dead anyway. So Giant Greymon now has many new ways to kill you. If you're Bone Duster, I think you keep that, right? Especially if you're going second. If you're going second, I think you keep that. You're missing a rookie, but you get the extra draw. And yeah, he's going to keep that. I'm assuming he's going second. If he opens no rookie Hina, you can probably keep that going first still. But it's not great. The new Rise Grey is incredible. Thank you for the follow. OMG, it's Crispy26. Glad to see all these people coming in through the Twitch. I know it's been a little bit shaky with the connection, but hopefully things are looking good. And if you're watching on YouTube, appreciate you as well. We're going to open with the Memory Setter Hina. If you're watching on YouTube, by the way, if you can hit the like button, it helps boost it to the main front page for a lot of people. Rookie in the back, rookie in the front. And that's a full set of whiffs. 3 rookies revealed off the search, and Agumon does not find Agumon because it is a red searcher, and red searchers can never find themselves. Is there an online game? So we are going to be getting an online game very, very soon. Elysian is going to be the online one based on the webcomic. But right now, this is just the actual official card game. And this is the London regional. I'm streaming from Manchester. I was going to be going down, but circumstances didn't allow it. So I'm co-streaming the London regional with the gang. So big thanks to Darksphere and Minikill for getting me getting me access to be able to stream this. The like live backup stream is on Minikill's channel, and we got me co-streaming. Yeah, we're gonna see the Jazza Richmond come down, or the Jazzamon come down, and we can use the Hina to spend 1 more to try and clear this Geogray, but he chose not to, and we're gonna have Rise come down. I think we might be at the end of the road, gang. I think if he's gonna try and get his invite, he's gonna have to do it in the X1 bracket, because this is looking wraps. This is without even turning Rise Greymon into Shine Greymon. 2 checks, dies on the first, goes straight to security. And red training choke to 1 is what I would say if we, you know, didn't just also have a memory setter. Thank goodness for a memory setter, huh? Go to 3, go to 4. Finally a rookie here on turn 3. That said, if he can slam a 5, slam a 6. If he can slam a 5, make a 6, we actually might be okay. Because if he can make the volcanic, we actually are in a good place. It doesn't look like we can make the volcanic, so we are going to have to do the search off the top. Top 4 doesn't find it there either. The 6 is AWOL. Really hate to see it. I don't remember how much Lavo actually pops as well. Lavo Garitamon is 5k, then play a Hina, so not nearly enough. That said, we do make the Lavo. And then we make the Metallic. Okay, yeah, Metallic stops them from digivolving. So we turn it back into an Agumon. It's not ideal, but it's not impossible. Yeah, because none of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon can digivolve. So the only problem is you've given him so much that he can push out. Oh, wait, no, because he can't digivolve. I was going to say you can push out and then push out, play the Marcus, and then go from there. But you actually might just want to double slam Marcus Loki. It doesn't affect raising area, so you can actually go rising them back, but you lose out on damage. I would personally go 4 for Marcus, 5 for Memory Setter. But we've actually chosen to go for the Agu X, which will get a hit here. You can pick the Geogray up, choosing not to go for the burst mode. This isn't really a matchup where you seem to need the burst mode all that much. And then again, can't Digivolve, so you do need a Marcus down. I feel like you have to play a Marcus to try and finish the game here. So spend 4 for a Memory Setter, or spend 4 for the Cheetah. It looks like we're going to spend 4 for the Cheetah. Going to 5. You hate to see it. This extra memory could be the difference maker. Gonna swing 2 checks. Does get the pop on the Agu X as well. Check Marcus. Check Agumon. Now we're down to 4 security versus 2. I mean, you've put lethal back on board by the fact that it's there. So you actually need to end on... You do actually need to unironically end on Volcanic. Like, he has to find Volcanic or he loses the game. Now that I think about it. Genuinely has to find Volcanic. Because Volcanic will stop the Geogray from moving out, which means he can't turn the Marcuses into Digimon, which buys him a turn. If he doesn't, then he dies. Gaining memory, gonna spend 4 for the Hina, I think. Do we have it? He's gonna spend 4 for the search. 1, 2, 3. There's the Volcanic. Volcanic plus Hina. Then this is gonna be first Hina, evolve into Jazarich. This gives a redirect as well, which is really important. Doesn't play the Hina, but it doesn't matter because now we evolve. Give him even more memory into Volcanic. This stops the Geogray from being able to move out of security, and then that's going to lock down the board. So he buys himself some time. The only problemo is that right off the top, he ripped the Rise Gray. So he can spend 7 for the Rise Gray. And it turns the Marcus, and then it turns into a Shine Gray. But the problem is... Oh, actually, if he'd taken the burst mode off the search a couple of turns back, he had game. Actually, yeah. Because what has happened is you can't play Digimon. So what, in theory, he could do is it could have been Slam Rise, Rise turn Marcus into a Digimon, and it's turning it into a Digimon rather than doing it, so he's fine. Turn into Shine, and then you burst mode to turn it to 0. So we're going to get to turn the Marcus because it's not actually playing it, it's just turning it into a Digimon. We're on round 5, and we're probably about... Are we going to get a Josh Call? No, there's a thumbs up for accepting that game state. So now it has Rush Alliance. So this will be 2 check. We get to heal 1 as well when it dies. And we get to turn this into a Shine Greymon. If he wants to, turns it into a Shine Greymon. And it looks like we're not going to. Just pointing at the redirect. So we do have a redirect here, which is a free heal. A back up to 5. So nothing ventured, nothing gained really outside of a rookie killed. And he's also revealed that he doesn't have a Shine Greymon, which is also pretty important. Oh, I would not want to be in this position. He has to make Volcanic every turn to stay alive. That's so stressful. If you're a Dragon Links enjoyer, if you're a Bone Duster fan, this is so stressful. We're going to swing into the body to clear it. Don't hate that. Does burn 1 as what? Oh, no, it pierces 1? Swing Metallic for 2 checks. Oh, boost as well. And Marcus. Gang. We have never needed to see... We have never... No, don't crash now. Don't crash now. Don't crash now. Internet, please. Okay, we're back. We're back. We have never needed the search to go foolish like we need it to go foolish right now. Jamie, is this me? Is this you? Is this me? Is this you? Which one of us is this? I hope it's you because, well, I mean, actually, it's probably better if it's me. Gang, even the camera is stressed. All right, down comes the search. Okay. No unsuspended Digimon can Digivolve. That's cute. And that's a blocker. Okay, so out comes the Geogray. How many mark? We're gonna spend 3. So we got 1 blocker, 1 redirect, and a boost. Unsuspended Digimon can't Digivolve, so the Geogray has to swing in order to evolve. We're gonna swing the first, we're gonna redirect. Swing the second, gonna read. He had 3 blocks. He had 3. 3. Ah. Can never take the control away from the Bone Duster. We're gonna get to go here. Turn it into another. We're gonna swing. Get to minus. The rookie can't swing, so we're not dead on board yet. Swing, draw 1, and then the body dies. Wow, I mean, credit where credit's due. D-Time 93 is swinging. Swinging. There's going to be a Hina for the last. And then I see a Shine Greymon. It's going to be a scoop. D-Links in finals. D-Links going to Nats. Gang. Where were you when the Bone Duster got to finals? What up, Red Skull? Yo, this is so sick. This is so sick. We are so back. Jamie is so fraudulent. The Bone Duster in finals. That's crazy. Boy, that's crazy. That's crazy. Play your pet decks, bro. Play your pet decks. Don't let anyone ever tell you that your 50 can't do it. Because you just gotta go out there and you gotta. Nobody's read your cards. Get them good. But yeah, really funny that the regionals I have casted have had funny dragons that blow up the board do well. But yeah, I'm really happy to see some funny decks some funny decks in top. You got your store regionals tomorrow. Well, best of luck to all of you. I mean, Amphi, I've considered. Me and Harry were looking at it. Harry built a list that was like, yeah, it does stuff. Amphi's pretty cool. She does do a lot. But whether she can keep up, that's anyone's guess. But I mean, as we've just seen, if you believe hard enough, anything can top. Not everyone can cook, but anyone can top. Can't wait to go Sandry after the store regionals tomorrow. Oh, not bringing the glass slippers to the regional. I respect it, to be honest. Valid. That said, though, what I was supposed to be building was some nonsense. I do not know what the store regional is going to look like. Realistically, I know what I should take. I know what I should be taking. Whether I'm actually going to take it or not is entirely anyone's guess. I feel like I'm out of focus. Do I look out of focus to you? Do I seem out of focus? Yeah, look, I was out of focus. All right, now we can focus on the fact that we got Dragon Licks. But yeah, no, I'm probably on armor. Like I'm probably on armor for my store regional. I don't wanna though. It loses to all the stuff that's stupid. But then again, everything I play loses to all the stuff that's stupid, and some of my other stuff loses to the stuff that's not stupid. So what if I took a thing that only has an entirely impossible matchup versus Royal Knights, which is also everywhere at probably the Manchester Store Regional. Really, I just need to, for once, not check the Bandai app round 1 and see Saf. I would just like to not see Saf for my round 1. Bro can't even go EU Nats. He can't even go EU Nats, and he's just gonna be out here taking invites from people for the sake of it. Not even because he has to. Yeah, bricking obviously does slow you down quite a bit. It's one of those decks that, because you also have to build such greedy ratios, it's really hard to like go, oh man, if only I had one more of this, because as soon as you take one more of that, you're exactly missing the one more of the thing that you've got. Not played armor since the regional BT8? Damn, okay, yeah, fair enough. I feel like I've taken armor to nearly every regional that I've played. Nearly. In memory, okay, actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, that's cap. I think I've taken armor to about 50% of the regionals. I think I've taken 50% of the regional have been armor. I've taken Bagra to a regional, Lamau. I've taken armor like 3 times. I'm including Nats in this as well. I've taken Ragnar to a regional. Might be multiple regionals. And I've taken Beelzemon to multiple regionals. I've also taken Red Hybrid to an Ultimate Cup, technically, if we're including funny regionals that I've taken stuff to, because Beelzemon technically is twice as well. I don't know. What if I just made Ragnar? He's really funny. Yeah, I mean, Royal Knights did go from probably top 1 to top 1. You know, it's a really hard shift. I don't know how they're going to do it. And by top 1, I actually mean top 2. I'm being facetious. Like, that deck was probably second to Purple Hybrid. Okay, so what were the top 5 decks of the last format? Were Purple Hybrid, Royal Knights, Fenrir, Mirage. Who am I missing? Purple Hybrid, Royal Knights, Fenrir, Mirage. One of the Imperials. And now Fenrir's gone, Mirage is gone. So it's the Imperials. Purple Hybrid, Royal Knights. Purple Hybrid's not as strong as it was. But Megidramon is here. So you've gone from top 2 or 3? Oh, Sakuya. Yep, Sakuya was there. Sakuya was there. Yeah, you've still gone from top 2 to top 2. Yeah, Sakuya is a valid one. Sakuya, again, also, especially since Sakuya was unhit by the, like, actually untouched by the nerf. Just ruin mode loop. Yeah, Sakuya is really, really strong. I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with the advanced deck. If they'd released that maybe 3 months ago, then maybe it would have been positively received. But lol. That's the funny thing about product. Especially, I mean, they released the product. I don't know. Did they release the? Well, yes, we all know they released the cards without thinking that it was going to turn into this. But I don't really know what they expected, considering they made it more generic. It's like they forgot that they printed Scramble when they made these cards. Or maybe forgot that they made Plugin S, because a lot of people forgot they made Plugin S. People have learned the Royal Knights matchup, but the problem with Royal Knights is there's technically no wrong way to build it. So it's which flavor of Royal Knights are you playing is what kind of decides kind of like how good your Royal Knights matchup is, because like hell, there's a version of Royal Knights that has been doing well that is not played in the West. That's like yellow base. That joint is miserable. Miserable to play against. But yeah, they probably will hit Sakuya. I don't know what they hit. They probably hit one of the Talmons, probably. They hit one of the Talmons. They pair ban Scramble with Green Plugin. Ban Trainings is a good one. Ban Trainings is a really good one. It got pushed back by the accelerated release schedule. Well, that's really unfortunate because they released on schedule some deeply, deeply evil cards, some heinous war criminals. So it doesn't matter if it got pushed back because even if they had, if to put it even further context, if it got pushed back because of the accelerated release schedule, that means they released the war criminals with the intent that the deck was going to have more support when they got the criminals. They expected you to buy that, use cards, and then they were like, here's some extra stuff that's deeply unfair. The fact that we don't have the stuff that this was supposed to release alongside with, and the deck's evil, just think. Queen Rika was gonna come through. Rina ain't done shit in a while, but Rina actually might be coming back. But yeah, Queen Rika was about to come through and dust up championships. Nobody has seen Rio in 35 years. Hitting Grav Crush is the agenda. For those of you that don't know about Magidramon, funny enough, it's not in London. We have an agenda, and that agenda is to get all of the zero-cost memory extenders to 1 outside of Parabolic Junk, because Parabolic Junk is objectively the funniest one. But yeah, Rina, we were joking about it. Low-key, Rina that is just BT12 Marcus would be really funny. Really, really funny. I think we're going to be seeing Bone Duster on top. Like on top table for the final table. I mean, he is undefeated, which is a crazy thing to say when you know that he's not on Royal Knights like we all know him for. But yes, sir, if you're watching the stream on YouTube, please do hit the like button. It does boost it to the main page. We want more people getting to see that Digimon does have a card game, does have a bustling scene, and that the community do be putting together events to run regionals and stuff like that. Store regionals were really fun. I've really enjoyed streaming 2 of them. Really annoying I can't stream my own regions one because they have no internet. They are like James Harden. They don't got internet. So we are going to be recording them. Yeah. So the advanced deck set for the Rapidmos stuff was kind of good. It just, again, yeah, it dropped in a really pushed environment. Also, they did give us starter deck Magnamon. So deck's kind of crazy. So far, there's been no bad advanced deck set. There's definitely less good advanced deck sets, But some of the cards in those deck sets are crazy. It's crazy to think that the Beelzemon that was like, whoa, this Beelzemon's crazy, and the Warp when attacking Beelzemon have kind of like gone down in value because the new stuff is really good. There are people that aren't even really running the ST Beelzemon anymore, which is crazy to me. I'm still running that card. I'm still borrowing the expensive versions off my friends that like Beelzemon more than I do, because my ass is not buying the purple ones. The new Veedramon does look really sick. I'm curious to see what the new stuff is going to do. Eaters looks really funny. Shout out to people that like building the weird decks at max rarity. All those people hunting down Eosmons for the shiny Eosmons so they can run their finey, really, really shiny, terrible pile of 50. Shout out to them. Shout out to the Galactimon enjoyers that were like, I must get all of my foil Vemmons. And then they released they're releasing the EP, so now you have to go find the black Vemmons. So your deck just got significantly more expensive, and Galacti is actually decent, so it's got significantly more expensive. Shout out to Royal Knights always being the prize card, so my boy Antix is going to be in Wells Fargo debt forever. Yeah, and yeah, shout out to Eaters being needlessly expensive if you want to build that thing max rarity, because you better be real good friends with your judge. You better be real good friends with your judge. The purple Beelzemon is gorgeous. It looks brilliant online, but in person, it's so simple. Like the Golden Rapid is horrendous. I love it. But the purple Beelzemon is gorgeous. It's gorgeous. They got it right first time. EX6 Beelzemon is a menace. He's an actual genuine threat to society. My list was on 222. I was running like a full toolbox. I wanted to be on more of the EX2 one because EX2 actually having a mill effect. I think if EX6 had a mill effect, card would be like 4 of for me. But yeah, no, I just dug for it to find it, and then when I found it, I abused it. This should be fun. Yeah, this is finals. This is the final round. This is round 6. So really everyone's playing for resistances. All the X1s are playing for their invites. Technically the Exos are also playing for the Exos are playing for their guaranteed invite and their surely there's no way I lose invites. Realistically, we could still end up in the bad timeline where Bone Duster takes Dragon Link's Exo to finals, loses, but because of his resistances, somehow gets 5th. And then we all crash out. But if he just wins, there's no stress. Which is exactly what I was saying to Trix. And then he lost, and we were all stressed. But he got his invite, because we're in the good timeline. Yo, what's good, Ashley Wack? It's good to see you again. Thanks for joining as a memberino as well. Always appreciated. You just missed Dragon Links. Dragon Links is 5-0. And you'll be seeing it again. So I don't even know why I say just missed. Just in case he gets mollywopped. If he gets mollywopped, know that he was cooking for the last 2 rounds. So we're getting 3 rounds of D-Links. I will be getting these out as soon as I can. And I will get Pontypool out. And I will get something from locals done. I will get all of those sorted. And I will then also go to L'Hopital. So I'm not going to be doing any like post-stream stuff. Obviously, it'll all go live. But with how wonky the stream has been today, I'm going to try and... I'll try and actually get these in like a video format so people don't have to jump between several streams. But yeah, we'll figure that out. But yeah, I'm not sure how long we've got. You've been watching on a work 12 hour. Well, I'm glad to be of service to you. No podcast today because, you know, we're doing this. And also the boys are, I think the boys are at, in Stockport for testing because Wakefield is tomorrow. Wakefield's not being streamed. Yeah, Wakefield's not being streamed, so there'll be no coverage for that. Marcio, I think Marcio and Emily are going. I think Harry's going. I'm not sure. Tom is going, and Jamie's going. So a couple of the Fanboy 3 guys are going to Wakefield. Wakefield should be another really strong one. And then when we come back, next week we have the Fanboy Store Regional on Saturday. I am signed up for that regional. I can just check my Bandai app. Bandai TCG Plus. Well, I mean, if it loaded, then I would. Yeah, Purple Hybrid. Depending on who it is, this might be really, really interesting. Because I still think Purple Hybrid's sick. I still think Purple Hybrid's sick. So Sunday the 25th. So that would be. That is next week Sunday. Next week Sunday we have the Fanboy 3 regional. As a reminder, I'm not gonna be able to get that one out live. It's gonna be a recorded type beat. I'm sad I didn't get into so I initially did sign up for Wakefield, but I didn't get the ticket, which is really annoying. So I just missed out on these regionals. Because I was going to try and go to more of them or try and cast more of them. I think Agito's also at Wakefield, but they didn't want him streaming. They just didn't want anyone streaming, I guess. But yeah, it would have been good to see you. I would say see you in Birmingham, but more and more OPE stuff keeps coming out, and none of those say Digimon. I think Digimon's cooked this year for Birmingham. Hopefully we get another UK regional that isn't just the store regionals. That would be nice. I'm not going to Portugal, probably. Oh, no, actually, yeah, no, there's no probably. It's during the summer holidays. The flight's going to cost like £700. I'm not going to Portugal. But if you also can't go to Portugal because the flights are £700, misplay for game. Oh, this is the Purple Hybrid player we saw earlier. Hopefully they don't misplay and throw from orbit. We misplay should be running an event. We're probably looking at September because that is technically still summer and birthday month. So Andrew's birthday bash / misplay for game tournament version 2 should be live. So save the date ish for some random September. Maybe the second week, maybe the third week. Who knows? I don't. Neither does Tom. But September ish should be running a tournament. A big old case tournament again. Maybe we'll have custom mats again. We'll see. How did Metallic interact with hybrids evolving? Ooh. Now you're asking the question. I'm checking with my local judge because if some nerd was going to know how Purple Hybrid interacts with a bunch of floodgates, it would be Jambo. So you can Evo on Tabers, but not the hybrid. But so you'd in theory. Oh yeah, because they're a tamer instance, so they wouldn't be affected by the Digimon floodgate. Because it's when your opponent's Digimon can't. So you'd be able to evolve into Dusk because you're a tamer becoming a Digimon, and then you swing, so you're now sideways. So you can evolve into Velgo. Wow, this floodgate does nothing. Depends if the hybrid has to treat the tamer as level 3. Right. So Kaiser Leomon and the old Loey would not work. But the ones... Oh! Yeah, but no, even the new ones, they say tamer. Rather than treating it as a level 3 Digimon, they say tamer as an Evo target. Man, that is such specific wording. That is such specific wording that really, really messes with the line. Oh, I hate that. I hate that. This sucks. That said, though, now that V is nice and warmed up, hopefully they're not going to troll. Because we did see they did kind of grief. They did kind of find new interesting lose conditions. In round 2, that might have been camera nerves. It might have been just. It could have been a multitude of things, but what I could tell you is it was not clean. That's for sure. Luckily, his opponent was playing tennis with the trolling stick, so the two of them were just trolling in front of each other, and he was out-trolled, so he ended up staying in winners. Whether the Bone Duster will also troll is anyone's guess. One thing that might be interesting is he might try and make Ragnar like proactively rather than as a target. We're going to see the fist bump, and we are going to see round 6, the final round of the Dark Sphere London regional. Hopefully the stream looks okay for you guys. On my screen, it looks like ass. When I look over at the stream preview, it looks less ass. But we shall see. We're going to see Purple Hybrid. We got the nod. We got the understanding. We got the Koichi. Draw one, trash one. And the Keenan, nice and early. So that's going to be setting up for the Velga. Yep. Having to read that is absolutely understandable. Ain't nobody read that card ever, even once. If you didn't have some local crackhead playing Ravemon in your locals, you have no idea what these cards do. I had 2 local crackheads playing Ravemon at my locals, and I still don't know what this card does without reading it. But for those of you that are new to it, all turns when one of your purple Digimon with Ravemon in its name or Burden Avian in one of its traits is deleted by suspending this tamer, draw 1. If that Digimon was deleted by an effect, gain 1 memory. It's also a memory setter, so really, really cool card. And we're going to see the memory setter Hina turn us straight into a volcanic. So goodbye Ukomon straight away. Isn't going to delete it, but is going to keep it on the back foot. From the looks of it, I don't think it's my stream lagging. I think this is Jamie's phone getting really, really hot. This is Jamie's phone getting really, really, really hot. So, a lot of memory passed. A lot of memory passed. Hello. You did survive the trip there and back. Man, we got so many tamers. Luckily, this Hina memory set is so crazy. Like, the amount of people that are just like, well, it's Hina, let me memory choke. And it just doesn't matter. Swing hit a purple memory boost. That's miserable. And we're not going to be able to stop the Ukomon from coming out. Sorry. I'd say you might as well swing the rookie. Or sod it. Let's slam Larvo, turn into metallic. And now we're going to find out very quickly what this interaction looks like. This is a floodgate that, as we in chat have figured out, does nothing. And Joe has been called over. I think we're finding out very quickly. I was... yeah. Unfortunately for, you know, Bone Duster, unfortunately this floodgate does nothing. The floodgate turning off your opponent's ability to read cards, as Jambo puts it, will not stop Purple Hybrid in this instance. But that said, we still could see them troll from orbit. Yeah, I'd be curious to see if they come to it. Joe, I mean, is a regional champion. Royal Knights Enjoyer probably understands a bunch of different interactions. Also has played into Purple Hybrid a lot. So probably does understand how this works. Considering swinging the Uko, but do you really need to? The interaction is metallic, stopping unsuspended Digimon from being able to Digivolve. So would it stop a tamer from turning into a Digimon? Fun fact, they still can Velga. The only thing that would be stopping them from Velgaring is whether the Velga is in trash right now, which is why you swing the Uko. If the Uko gets redirected, you pitch Velga. So the thing is, no, it's not even that. It's turning a Koichi into a Dusk is the thing that we were all trying to figure out, because obviously the Tamers are unsuspended, but they're turning from Tamer instance to Digimon instance, which means they should dodge the Floodgate. But it would just be like wording on specifics as to whether the Tamers are treated as Digimon at the time that they turn into level 3 Digimon to evolve. It's a really, really interesting like way it would look. It would stop the old hybrids and has stopped the old hybrids before, but does not stop the new hybrids due to their thing. Oh, wrong metallic? Oh yeah, this does just stop level 4 or lower. Damn, I got the Floodgate wrong and it's still a problem. Yeah, metallic is designed to be a menace. No matter what, it's designed to be I was still thinking that interaction is still Floodgates, entirely Floodgates. Yeah, so it's a different Floodgate that's being annoying. That's so funny. Down comes Gallantmon. And Gallantmon's going to pop the little guy, who basically just functions as insurance. Yep, gain a memory at the start of turn. Active. This is so funny. So basically, he's given him this much memory, and Bone Duster basically just has to set up another Floodgate. All he has to do is just drop a thing for 7 and make another Floodgate. What's the worst that could happen? We don't have a red boy in security. We're going to swing for what? Another boost. Purple hybrid players, man. Purple hybrid. Their security is so carried. Just like me. Me on Beelzemon knowing my security will carry me. We're going to swing. Ooh, we do get a pop. We're going to lose him. Okay, so not going to be pitching. Going to swing. Checks the Velga. Velga finally in trash. Oh my gosh, he's dead. He's dead. Ragnar from the top rope. We're going to burn the top card of security and swing. This is not best of 1. This is best of 3. We play in a civilized region that plays best of 3. But it'd be really funny if that was just how the tournament ended right there. But Dragon Link stocks to the moon. The funniest part about the Altart Hinas is I feel like a bunch of people keep trying to memory choke Bone Duster to 1, thinking it's the Altart Hina, and it's just a completely different Hina. Most people forget promo Hina is a memory setter, or exists, or both. So, Altart Hina, play, mind games with people. They just won't know what they do. But the Duster is dusting. What can I say? He is that guy. Man, this is so funny. This is so funny. The People's Champion being the actual store regional champion, that's what you love to see. That's what you love to see. Last time we were streaming this, the People's Champion, who was also deeply evil, did lose in finals. But he still got his invite. But will the People's Champ actually be the real champ? That is the question. That was it's such a crazy line to think that he was insulated against Rush Gallant because he had the rookie. And then the Psychmon also living the check meant that he couldn't reduce the cost. I mean, he also had the Uko, so like he couldn't have reduced the cost anyway, but it's so funny that how, like, we were all so focused on how does the Floodgate work? How does the Floodgate work? How does it interact? And then Bone Duster said, what Floodgate? Die. That said, obviously, he did keep the Ukomon locked in the back for a bit. But it is crazy that he can just be like, yeah, here's 8 memory. You can't punish it. Here's 8. Here you go. It's all yours. Do what you want. Go spin your wheels, champ. We are going to send this one back. How many players? This one was a fully capped 64. So Pontypool that we streamed 2-3 weeks ago was 32 cap. This one was 64 cap. But I think 4 people no-showed, I guess. So that's 60 players in total. And then Wakefield tomorrow is a 64 cap. And Fanboy 3 next week, Sunday, is also a 64 cap. Yeah, it is really, really, really funny to think that I spent that whole game thinking about the slightly worse Floodgate. All right, going into the final game. Security set. Digital gate open potentially for the final time. The King of New York in the back. And no boost, no training. No tamer. Whoa. 4-cost Evo to Velga in the back. Yeah, hate to see that. This is a slow hand from Veer. Sometimes that happens though. Like some people are just cursed on camera. You know, friend of the channel, DHM, known to be one of the West's best on Alphamon. Terrible on camera. Terrible. Nothing goes right for him. Final Shinny carry. Buster every time. Non-final Shinny carry. Goated. Veer trolling in round 2 and here in round 6. Just a couple of bricks. Really, really difficult matchup. You do hate to see it. Obviously, you're not being mega punished. No Hinas is massive. Both of these guys on truly tamerless behavior. Absolutely tamerless behavior. That said, though, I actually... Oh. So we're gonna, when did you Oving attack without suspending? Raid Pierce. And then we're gonna swing raid. Yeah, that does clear both. Volcanic in the trash. So I mean, we're set up to float with the metallic, which is nice. Unfortunate that the Arrester died in security. I feel like the reason that he went for the Arrester was to try and have a body actually stick, because we could have accomplished the same thing with the Velga. If you swing into security, Velga then pops itself to pop all the lowest level, which clears both. But the Arrester, so Arrester was a way of keeping himself alive, but unfortunately died on the second check. We are gonna... Oh no, we've lost our purple source. Gang, the curse of the camera strikes again. Someone get the trolling stick. Hit them with a little spellcaster magic. A troll upon thee. Now we get to make Volcanic. That Ukamon stays in the back. And that Volcanic about to eat the fattest Rivals barrage you've ever seen. The fattest Rivals barrage you've ever seen. I like that they were both nodding in sync. Darksphere does play anime music in that basement. And it's, some of it's, you know, some of it's good. Some of it's real good. So I don't know if maybe they just heard something. I've heard anime music. I've heard some proper rock in there. So maybe a Cat Jam banger came on temporarily and they both had to nod along about that. That said though, there's no metallic in trash yet. So you act. Oh wait, this splits from hand. You are afraid to kill. You are afraid to kill the volcanic. There is a Velgar in trash. It really doesn't matter what you pick here because it is gonna. Oh no. I don't think there's a way you can. Wow, there's no way for him to clear this. Because if he goes into Velgar, and the check goes through and he lives, he pops the lowest, which is Chikuri. If he gets redirected into the volcanic, we don't get the clear. We do get to float back into the Keenan though, which is like not the worst thing. And if he didn't, then if he turns the Chikuri purple to pop the volcanic, it would float into metallic and de-digivolve. Oh, it's interruptive as well, actually. So, no, but it wouldn't get caught in the explosion. We have confirmed how that works with the Zhangpeng. That's not how that works. Interruptive floats don't then cause you to get cooked by the thing. I'm going to swing in, hit a Koichi, so we are going to get a draw 1, trash 1. The game plan of a century. Another Velgar in trash. The Chikuri ain't doing anything. All it's doing is keeping you set. It live. All it was doing was keeping you safe from cheap clear. This is rough. This is rough. I've never seen. Okay, no, I have seen a Mandate of Heaven more potent, but damn, we ain't far off. There's no way he slams this for 12, right? Like, there's no shot he just slams a floodgate for 12. I feel like you just make a Hina. Ooh. Wait, it's a memory. Was that the only Hina he had? I swear he had the other one. I swear he had the other one, but maybe I misread. Do finally get to get an Ukomon out of raising. Find 3 tamers. Man, I hope you were looking for a tamer. Because if you weren't, my heart goes out to you. That's a rough place to be if you were looking for a Digimon that could attack. But on the other hand, you are 3 cards deeper, closer to actually finding a card that you wanted if you did whiff on the search. Yeah, Chikuri here stops the Gallantmon from dropping for reduced cost, but so does the Ukomon. Technically, he does have to swing the they do have to swing the Ukomon just to try and actually get the shot. Yeah, this is an incredibly well set up position from Dragonlegs and just one of the roughest places to be for Purple Hybrid. This is the sort of position that the Purple Hybrid players would put the Royal Knights players into. Yep. In goes Uko. And we're just going to let it swing. It's going to die. You're not too worried about the check. Going to pitch to gain the memory back. The memory counter has fallen over. So I feel like we are not actually on 5. But if we are, so be it. We were on 5. Down to 4. Oh, right. No, yeah, because it gained 2. It was 1 off the QP and 1 off the Nidhogg. And then 4 for Koichi. You can boost. Well, that's actually not what I meant by the boost, but yeah, we can boost. This, I wonder. No hits. There's no way. There's no way. The only thing that I would have thought is if you wanted to be a bit smarter with this, you crack your old boost, play the boost to choke to 1. This is what I'm saying. I just wonder if he maybe thought it was a different Hina. Gonna swing the 1. Gonna swing the 1. Draw 1. Say it with me. trash one. Goodbye, Rivals Barrage. Swing one lost. It's a Nidhogg. Mercifully, though, we can't end on Ragnar just yet. And you do actually have to pass him low. Well, as low as you can. No, actually, no, this is his patience actually might have paid off. Genuinely, as long as if he just has 3 hybrids. If he just has 3 hybrids, he wins the game. Not even that, 2 high. Well, actually, no, it is 3 because we got the redirect, don't we? Yeah, because there's no memory blocker here, so boost gives you a lot. Really, really expensive Hina played. Out comes Zuko. 1, 2, 3. Gonna find a Velga. Can choose between the Ghazi and the Floodgate. Looks like we're gonna take the Velga. Hatch potentially the final egg of game 2. Gonna pitch the Velga to gain a memory. And we're under no floodgates now, so we're gonna swing the Uko. I think you have to let this one through. Does die, so that's gonna be a chance to pitch to extend. Pitch the Rivals Barrage. Again, a memory takes us to 5. We're gonna evolve Koichi into Duskmon for 2. Duskmon gets to swing. Add back another Duskmon probably is what you want to do with the Koichi, I'd imagine. Swing into Velga. And then we get 3 cards milled. Presumably we changed 4 cards. Oh yeah, because you changed one of the Hinas. We got red, black, white, something. Does get a Rivals Barrage finally loaded, but I don't think we're going to see the next turn. And then we use the Koichi to add back a Dusk. And you use the redirect here in order to have it die. Yeah, that's clever. Digivolve back to a Tamer. Oh, that's cute. He just choosing. Wait, what? Yeah, he's de-digivolving it down. The battle has actually already happened, which is why it's there. And we get to go into, this is the old volcanic, so this might be game. This is the one that I was asking about before, because I don't know if the tamers are considered. None of your opponents unsuspended Digimon can digivolve. But are the tamers Digimon at the time that they digivolve? I'm gonna double crack boost. That's what I'm trying to that's what I'm trying to figure out. Because we might still be good. If you just make several hybrids, I think you're good. It's actually quite funny here that he might have flown too close to the sun. If he wanted to play around the float, it might have actually been better to turn one of the... It might have been better to turn one of the bodies into the same color so you're not as big. This is the old one. It gains blocker, but it's on play Digivolve 1 all of your opponent's Digimon. Then delete one of your opponent's Digimon with a play cost of 5 or less, which did not clear the Duskmon. Then, if this Digimon didn't delete, which it didn't, none of your opponent's unsuspended Digimon can Digivolve until the end of your opponent's turn. So, the global effect here is not a thing. So that's what we were confirming. You can indeed turn these all into tamers. They're all into bodies. So These ones, because they're evolving by name, they're not evolving as tamers. So we do get to turn the color, turn the color. We're going to block this one, and it gets to evolve the Duskmon for cost minus. Is going to get to swing. We gain a memory because it got deleted. Swing, evolve the Keenan, which evolves over a tamer. Is going to be the last, and we are going to game 3. So yeah, this is what we were kind of wondering about before. Like what I was wondering about. I was clear, chat, I was in the future. I was a game ahead where this floodgate wouldn't matter. But yeah. Unfortunate there for the Bone Duster, but we are going to be going to a game 3. Very good reading comprehension ability there from Joe. That one, yeah, he's showing him the line there. That one, the Kaiser-Leomon there cannot evolve in that situation because it treats the tamer as a level 3 Digimon. Yeah, so you wouldn't be able to evolve into the Kaiser-Leomon, but obviously if you just spam 3 Duskmons, you can. So yeah, really, really good line application there. Really, really good line application there from Veer to take us into that 3rd game. Did YouTube / Twitch shadowbird the word Kaiser? Is that what happened there? Am I getting griefed by the funniest chat moderation of all time? Because I saw the message, but it doesn't show up on stream. Yeah, I don't know where that message went, but Dreamer, I did see the message. One more game of Purple Hybrid. This going the full distance. This is a really, really fun way to end it. I'm glad the Purple Hybrid did get to show some stuff, especially considering they were pretty far behind. You know, they've had some really, really miserable searches, really, really just like difficult games. It would be somewhat poetic, again, for us to see the People's Champion stomped out by a meta deck from the previous format. A deck that... Okay, this one actually was quite fairly hit pretty hard on the ban list, and we've obviously seen the new changes that make the deck do what it's supposed to, but yeah. Yeah, because most people in Purple Hybrid now, like, if you're still Velga looping rather than kind of playing the Scooby-Doo pieces, you still get through. Oh, you deleted it? Fair enough. Final round. Final time we're opening the digital gate. Rookie, no rookie, and we open with a Hina. He must be on such a greedy number of rookies. Ooh, Demi-Mera, 5th egg. So, no rookie, draw and trash 1. It might just be that he was choosing to see what he could draw first. No, both of these tamers. No rookies to be found. No Digimon played as well, so we're going to slam for 4. Do you get to keep turn? Let's get searching. We're going to get to pick up a Hina, and are you going to take the rookie? Yeah, we're going to take the rookie for the extra cycle. We, of course, will be getting the ability to analog man pretty much for the rest of the game now off of that rookie. So, can put it there, leave it there as a little battery for next turn. And I wouldn't be surprised if we maybe just play the memory setter. We're not under a memory setter just yet. So, could evolve for 3 here into Larvo. Activate the on-play with the Hina. Attempt to delete, and then we get to play the memory setter without paying the cost. So, really good stuff there. And now let's see. We're going to start of main, gain a memory off the Koichi, the King of New York in the back, and the War Criminal right behind him. Where do you go from here? 2 cost Evo into Dusk. And we're going to change the color of presumably the Hina. Yeah, we're going to change the memory setter to a different color. Not running 4 Cupidon low-key kind of trolling. Cupimon has become the standard purple hybrid egg for a while. Memory is crazy. Yep, we do have a Velga already, so we're going to mill 3. Yeah, I know there were some lists before that were kind of like 50-50 on like, oh, do you run more of the Demi-Mirror or do you run more of the QP? People very quickly figured out that you should just run full QP. Yeah, gonna swing. Is going to be big enough. 7 plus 3 is 10, which is funny enough, bigger than 7. So presumably going to take itself out in order to clear the board. 3 QP, 2 Demi. Yeah, a lot of people are just like the draw one trash one is like, it's nice, but you want to see QP more often than not because it lets you treat a lot of your rookies as additional like hammer sparks. It makes people less likely to swing over stuff because if your rookie lives in security, punishing it then is memory on their turn that they don't want to lose, which is really interesting. So a lot of people are playing very, very greedy with the with the QPs. It obviously differs region to region, but from what I've seen in a lot of like UK lists and some of like the European lists that I've seen personally, it's 4 QP across the board. If you draw the Demi-Mirror, you draw the Demi-Mirror, but more often than not, to be fair, I mean, if you're on fewer boosts, that does make sense that you would want the extra draw power, but most people are just boosting whenever they need stuff. Koichi's draw one, trash one, you do cycle. I only 3-2 split on some decks, but more often than not, I'll 4-1. I'll 3-2 when I'm testing, and then 4-2 when I'm like figuring stuff out. That said, we are going to finally see the first normal loop that we like to see. The level 5. Straight into the level 6, lock out the Psychmon. But we do have a lot of memory and 2 Koichis to play with. Velga in trash. So straight into Velga, interesting. So we own. Oh, to be fair, we still do mill quite a bit. We still mill 3. Red, black, white. So this is 7. This is still a 10k body. When we swing, we're going to add back presumably the Duskmon. Yep. And then surely we read it. Yep. Run them hands straight into a volcano. And that's going to be the body cleared. We do lose this Koichi entirely because there's no Duskmon underneath it. And because we crash and die, we get to float into the metallic. Yeah, rookie lineups are always really, really interesting to see kind of like how people do them. Jambo's top 4 in Glasgow was all gas. Like, yeah, Matt was still at 4, but he was on like 4 Gabu, I want to say. If he's in chat, I'd be able to like confirm, but he was on a heavy amount of Gabu and just like, if it said gain 1 memory, it was probably in the list. Duskmon gonna come down. Change the color. I'm surprised we changed the color of that one. And we're gonna swing into the Velga. The only reason, like, 5 eggs, if you're on Ukomon, you should probably be on 5 eggs, because you will go through that 5th egg in a lot of things. And yes, also, yeah, to beat Mirage, a lot of people are on QP. So that is something that is less of a problem. That makes, yeah, that's fair. No redirect here, so we are presumably changing the... If we did this correctly, he did point at the Jazamon, so we're going to use the Jazamon to pop the lowest. And then when it would die, we float into Volcanic from trash. Volcanic pops the body. So instead of popping himself, he did change purple, so that way we could actually go for the clear. But obviously, Dragon Lynx is a deck that can crack back, so you don't get to, you know, have your cake and eat it too. 2-2-1 split in Utrecht is diabolical. It was really funny watching the Mirage players on a 2-1 split though, when they were just trying to abuse Bukamon. Down comes the purple memory boosts. Ooh, Jack Raid and Barrage revealed off that, so those are gone. And we're going to go to 3, active, draw, and raising. Starter main, no Digimon on board, so no extra memory. Chikuri in the back. And I guess there's no reason to not swing the body, because you know that Duskmon got added back. So you know that it will continue to get added back. So you might as like you know that you're getting Dusk Velga looped for the rest of the game. Unless you make a metallic. Gonna play the play the 4, passes 2. And then we can make another Hina here. So what we're gonna do is we're going to presumably, yeah, tap the promo, make the lava, give him an extra memory, but gets to gain the memory back. Is it gain the memory back if you don't play a Hina? Lava Garitamon is when Digivolving, if your opponent has no Digimon with 6k DP or less, gain 1 memory. So this is the EX7 card, not the EX3 one, which is why we didn't get to play the extra Hina, but we do get to keep a pretty low memory. Forces him to obviously use the Koichi in order to get the extra memory. Couldn't quite make the Volcanic to keep the Psychmon in the back. And also not getting to use the on-play to play a second Hina is a bit unfortunate. You're still in a pretty good position here. Force security is very, very manageable. Gonna correct the boost. And then we're gonna go straight into Velga for 3. Both players. It's only gonna be a mill 2 here because he's actually managed to keep it red and white, which is pretty clean. Swing. Adds back the Dusk. It's a Volcanic. I don't think it's big enough. Man, this has been a game decided by security. Oh, it's been so entertaining. In goes the draw. 1 trash one, because we are going to swing through. Ooh, hits the Louis. But yeah, I think he is the correct pitch. Yeah, I'm just going to commit to it. And you do have to commit a body here. That's the saddest thing, because the purple source is now gone. You can play the Mimi and choke to 1, but again, it is there. I think playing the Mimi is still playing to your outs, because yes, we're not going to be dealing with any option cards, but it is a purple hybrid to still get to play the game. Veer's done an incredible job of like staying on board, considering he hasn't been able to go Dusk Velga, Dusk Velga, Dusk Velga. This has been 3 really, really interesting games because they've all turned out very differently based on who has tempo. Speaking of tempo, 5 cost Evo. I'm going to get the extra draw and just going to lock out 4 into 4. So really clean here. Obviously, Duskmon can't evolve over Mimi and keep turn anyway. But what this does is it means that, yeah, it's really, really hard to get much more done than that. No point in tapping the Mimi. Are going to find the Duskmon. Double Rivals Barrage revealed. We can keep turn, though. I just don't know if you want to. I mean, you might as well, right? Yeah. Because you're under memory setter anyway, so a 1 choke does nothing. So you might as well commit an Ukomon to board, maybe. Commit the Uko to board, because then he at least has to try and play for a clear to turn off the floodgate. If they both make it back to you, you just win the game on the spot. Hopefully a judge is going to make sure that he does his Ukomon the correct way around. It looks like we've got a judge standing around. And I think we're just confirming how the 2 floats work. Because I think we're about to spend 7 on a Rivals Barrage, gang. There's the Volcanic. There's a Metallic. So Metallic will float into Volcanic. whereas Volcanic could float into Metallic. One that hasn't been revealed, and one that's about to. 7 for the Rivals Barrage, and the Bone Duster always has. The funniest thing is he actually doesn't have to float directly into Metallic. He can go into Jazzerish if he wants to. Down comes the Metallic Dramon. Metallic going to play the Floodgate down. We are going to draw. We are going to hatch. It's 4 minutes till OT, but I don't think we're going to be going there. This is 2 checks in with Metallic. Does live the first check. Does hit Koichi on the second check. This still could be kind of crusty. I don't think there's anything that... Oh, wait. Ragnar is still... Evolve. Burn the top. It's the burns the Koichi. You swing the Metallic first. Oh, I think he's just looking for Jack Raid. We've seen 2 Rivals Barrage get bottom decked. Delete the highest, so he's just checking. You do swing the Metallic first. If he's on Slinger, you were going to lose anyway. You're also protected, unaffected, so this really doesn't matter. Swing the Metallic. And that is going to be the game. So Dragon Lynx is going to Nationals with a 6-0 record. The Bone Duster. That's so sick. Really, really cool regional. Big thank you to Darksphere for letting us co-stream this. I hope people have fun with this one. What a sick what a sick deck to see. Jamie, you better get this list. You Mr. Dragon Lynx. If you don't get this deck, I'm gonna be so mad. I'm gonna be so mad at you if you don't get this list. But unfortunate there for Veer. Really, really hard fought to take us all the way to a game 3. Round 2 may have been hella messy, but I think they played incredibly well in this finals game. Hopefully, their resistances are going to be good enough so we actually get to still see them at Nats. I think the play that they showed there at the very end shows that they're definitely someone that deserves their spot at Nats. And I guess we'll just have to see how the resistances go. They did only lose to someone that went 6-0. So you'd hope that's enough to carry their resistances. And as a reminder, because this is a 64 tier event and there was enough participants, we will be seeing 4 players from Darksphere come out with the regional results. When results come through, if Jamie can put the rankings down, that would be sick. So yeah, hopefully, if Jamie, if you're listening, if you can show the results screen when results happen, we are gonna have to wait till OT. But damn, Ragnar was... It wasn't off the top rope. But he did get it done. I think... Yeah, I think there wasn't really much else he could have done. So I guess... Yeah, no matter how you swing it, because of the burn, you would have been fine. I guess the only thing that you maybe could have done is, yeah, because the Ragnar can't finish the game. You'd be maybe hoping to float into Volcanic and sack them and then DNA and do it. But Ragnar off the top for 5 does get it done. And I don't hate the I don't hate it. Yeah, Tom, when results come through, if someone can just show them on screen, just like walk up to the camera and show us the top 4 with the phone, that'd be sick. Just so we can see the bracket. Very, very lucky the Ragnar didn't get milled earlier or even revealed off the search. He actually just native drew it, which is crazy because when you think about it, we're never seeing the 4s evolve on top of the 3s, which means he's either seeing it off of the rookie pitch 1, draw 1, or evolving it off of the 5 slam evolve into 6. Those are the only times outside of drawing for turn that he's actually drawing during his turn. And I guess what? Like rookie, rookie over an egg. the extra draw power off the egg, I guess, when you slam something next to it, is giving a bit of extra draw, but this deck really doesn't draw that much, so he was just finding it, which is really, really, really impressive. Yeah, definitely a tough match for hybrid decks, but it's super, super well deserved. And like I said, I think we really are going to see the purple hybrid player making it. Okay, standing is up once everyone's submitted. Yeah, that'd be brilliant. Yeah, this was super, super fun. I had a great time. And you won't get to see me stream, but we'll get to record. I don't think I'm going to do anything crazy like get the videos and then stream the video. You know, I'm not going to pull an East and try and like stream all of the videos. But yeah, they're going to put the BRB. But what fun. What fun we had. Don't you love it when a deck that is not incredible goes out and does the unthinkable? We didn't even have Dragon Links on our tier list because we were not trying to waste people's time. But how could we have known? I think actually we might have had Dragon Links as Red Galaxy. I think we had it as Red Galaxy. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if Purple Hybrid is still represented at Nats or Worlds, because as you've seen, all they did was take the super, super, super overtuned card and leave a bunch of the overtuned cards. So the deck is still very, very good. Good enough to get top 2, top 4. Not enough for top 1 this time, but hey, you still beat the hell out of Royal Knights. And whilst Royal Knights is still one of the most represented decks in the game, you got to get it. But also update the Tommy NT 4-2, so not gonna be getting an invite, but hopefully some cool prizes. And I think whatever he's on today, I would like to see him take to Wakefield. Deck's good. Deck's real good. There's so many really cool lists. We got to see Meggy. We got to see Gallant, Apmon, Royal Knights twice, Purple Hybrid twice, Dragon Link several times. Yeah, it was a good regional. Very, very good regional. Good time to be playing a red deck, huh? Is this the best red's ever been? Because Meggy's kind of red. I mean, Meggy is technically half red. Gallant's good. Royal Knights is definitely quite red leaning. Red Hybrid can't be bad. It's just not got anyone super representing it, but it can't be bad. Hunters is not really red. That is actually a purple deck. Predictions for EX9? No idea. I honestly cannot properly perceive the strength of any of the DM cards at all. Genuinely, no clue how they're going to affect. But yeah, dust off your Hina Links cards. I know what man like mini kill's probably taking to the fanboy regional now. Unless he's at Wakefield, in which case maybe he'll take it to Wakefield. Machine Dramon does look really cool. The idea that you could... the idea that you, with Supreme Connection plus Assembly, could do Supreme Connection, Assembly. Oh, well, I guess you also have to... Attack of the Heavy Mobile Digimon, Supreme Connection, Assembly, Free Cost Machine, with the when you are blocked, gain 3 memory. Collision, you rush Blitz or rush Collision, force them to block, gain your memory back, 0 cost machine. And then you burn however many things you can burn. Thoughts? I think I'm cooking. I will not be resolving any Machine Dramon cards. But all I'm saying, friends, is it... I'm just saying. 0 cost machine. Kind of clean. But yeah, other than that, I don't really know. I'm happy for the people that like the Digimon and then getting to see the rest of their set. Yeah, Purple Base Machine is still very cool. The there's a player in just the Jester's local that's on Purple Base Machine. It was the one that people might have seen on the channel. I couldn't figure out how to get those cars to work together. Like, obviously they're designed for Millennium, but still kind of work the machine. I couldn't see how they were supposed to actually work properly, but they seem to get the job done. They did end up on top tables. We should be getting results very, very soon. And Jamie is going to be getting the cam set up for prizes. All right, so we're going to be doing... What we're probably going to be doing is they're going to be giving out the results, like, very similar to how Pontypool did theirs, where it's going to be holding up a name and... holding up a name and what they placed, which means we get to see the top 4. Hopefully, they'll also say what decks they played. And we'll get to find out who has the tops. We have our stuff in. So, in first place, undefeated with 18 points, we have the Bone Duster. Then in second place, I'm just going to actually just make this a visual thing that people can see. We have... Oh, can anyone even read that? We have Veer. So second place, only losing to the Bone Duster. They're going to be getting their invite. Then we have Guy, who already had his invite, but simply hates his locals. Rich Life. He's so rich that he is actually overflowing with invites. Tamas, third place. And then Shirag in fourth. So, unfortunate for Shippy. Well, I mean, TJ also has his invite, so I guess it didn't matter. D-Time, really fun watching them play. And then Solomon Kane, all in top 8. Spider Sheep Tom, dropping to 9th. So, really, really cool that we got to see this as the top 8. Tamas with 2. So not only was it enough to get second in Paris, but also third at his store regional. I felt like even if he fumbled Paris, we all knew he was going to get his invite through his store. But really, really good showing from him, going out with a bang. Now he can chill. Third and fourth place decks. I believe that Tamas was on Megidramon again. Unless he was just trolling and took whatever he wanted. I was trying to get him on Billstar, but if he was on Billstar, we would not be talking about him today. And then Chirag, I have no idea. Invites from store regionals do not pass down. Invites from regionals are passed to the next player. Store regionals, Tamas is actually just taking the invite and stuffing it in his mouth. He didn't even need to show up. He could have judged if he wanted to. But instead, he was out there taking invites from people for the love of the game. So, Shippy unfortunately is going to miss out on his invite because Tamas woke up today. That said, based on opponent's win percentages, just very unfortunate how it comes down to the tiebreakers. You can see opponent's match win percentage. It was a pretty sizable gap, like 55 versus 51. Obviously, it sucks because you won the same number of games as the person above you. But, yeah, it's rough. So, for today, it's going to be 3 invites being handed out. And Chirag, I'm not sure. That's a name that I have met them. I do not know what they would have been playing today. I haven't caught up with them in a long time. So your guess is as good as mine. If Jamie or Tom are in chat, then they can kind of confirm it for me. But yeah, Dragon Link's Purple Hybrid, Megidramon, and question mark. Blue-Green Imperial. So, once again, Imperial, it's always out there. Has a really good matchup into your Megidramon players. So, yeah, it's a pretty, I mean, diverse top 4. 4 decks getting invited. And then obviously we saw Shippy was on Gallantmon before. TJ was probably on some control pile. I hope he didn't take Royal Knights. I think he was trying to play something funny because he already has his invite. D-Time we saw was on the red base Shine Greymon. And the Solomon Kane was on Hunters. So pretty diverse top 8. A bunch of different decks in there. If you did enjoy the show, I appreciate everyone dropping by and enjoying the commentary. Thank you again to Minikill on YouTube for providing the actual stream for us. Oh, right. They had this on stream. Yeah, I just missed everything. My fault. Oh, do we have audio? Does this work? It don't look like we got audio. If Jamie's lot have audio, I don't got audio. So, L. But yeah, big thanks to Darksphere for running this event. It was a lot of fun. More and more people are going to be coming to the event. So yeah, really, really sick. If yeah, and you can see down here, brothers. Go subscribe to Minikill. If you're watching on YouTube or Twitch, go subscribe to Minikill on YouTube. We're trying to get him to 500 before he moves up to Manchester. We're actually blocking him. I've got his solicitors on the phone. I'm like, don't let this deal go through until he gets 500. We don't want no 482 subscriber scrub up in our region. Get rid of him. So as soon as he gets to 500, we'll let him pass the barrier, the psychic wall that stops him from coming to Manchester. So if you could help us take down the force field, you should go subscribe to Minikill. If you haven't already subscribed to me, go do that. There'll be the VODs of all of these on YouTube eventually. And yeah, congrats to Bone Duster, Veer, and Chirag for getting your invites. Might try and do a cheeky interview or two. Well, I hope you have sound for it because there ain't no sound. And if you have, wait, am I? Yeah, no, the desktop audio was saying no sound. So like, I'm not trolling. I'm not trolling. There is just no sound. It is what it is. So, oh, they're doing duck races. So I don't know if we're going to be able to stream those, but they do duck races. Their duck races go crazy. Your bonus promo packs, you get to bet. You get to bet on which duck is going to win a race. But nice full sweeping view of everyone that showed up. Really, really cool. Big turnout. I'm assuming someone just won a promo pack off of the duck race. And if they can get sound working, then they're going to try and do an interview. I'd imagine if maybe the Bone Duster deck profile. So you two can snipe it. Otherwise, it's going to be going on Jamie's channel. Yeah, so this is our top 4. Yeah, they're going through main prizing now to just to get everything. But yeah, this was a lot of fun. And hopefully we can listen for. I mean, hopefully Jamie can get audio working and we can get it going. But as a reminder, I'm trying to see some subscribers. I'm trying to see that number go up. Yeah, yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. Let's get them up to 500. They must have gotten a decent amount of pricing for that. I actually don't know what the pricing looked like for Store Regional. I'm just showing up. I genuinely have no idea what Store Regional pricing is supposed to be. But congrats to everyone that showed up. One of the biggest Store Regionals that I think it's technically the biggest Store Regional in the UK. Because I don't think Wakefield capped. Actually, no. We said Wakefield capped because I didn't get one. And or maybe it was too far. I can't remember why I didn't go to Wakefield. London did cap. Had only 4 no-shows. It's really not bad. Yeah, this was fun. Obviously, you know, everyone's answer is going to be Dragon Links unless your name is Jambo. But what was everyone's favorite deck besides Dragon Links today? What did everyone enjoy looking at the most? They got to go through so much pricing. Yo, is that Mr. Nice Tie with the WinRAR bag? It goes crazy. It goes crazy. It's so clean. Yeah, that's my goat. Purple Hybrid was pretty interesting, yeah. I'm glad that we're seeing more and more eyes on the new version of Purple Hybrid. I think Purple Hybrid, now that Matt is dead, is a cool deck. I love Duskmon. I was going to build Purple Hybrid, but it was so boring. It was so boring. But now I can play Purple Hybrid. I'm still not gonna. But as I was like talking to Tom about it, really fun deck. What? Pricing dropped. Unlucky. Things you hate to see. So we're just going. They're just going through all of the people. It's gonna be a while before we see our top 8. Going from the bottom up takes it takes some time. I'm trying to convince Jamie to to go get that Bone Duster profile, mostly because I want to see it in person. And if not, we all have a YouTube video to watch because we will all be looking up the price of. That's very important. How much? I love how sharp the dip and stuff is, and it's just like £3 down to £1.68 to £3. So yo, Husmat, you gotta hustle, bro. You could be making £6 right there and then off the hype. But yeah, once we've got all of our, how much does the old Hina cost? 14. Not bad. Yeah, 2 pence card. Once we see Bone Duster get his stuff, then I'm gonna head out because I've got to probably, yeah, I want to beat the traffic to L'Hopital. But this should be chill. so many people to call over. I don't even know where we are because we don't have the mic. I have no idea where. Oh, that's Shippy. So we're at number 5. We've tuned back in at the right time. As 5th place, commiserations. Still a smile on his face though. Digimon still a lot of fun. Means we'll probably see him in Manchester. And here we have Chirag with 4th place and an invite secured. I wonder if Tamas is going to get another email that says, hey, you already have an invite, but like, we're not getting rid of the other one. So like, lol. Yep. Griefing animal, Tamas. That's my goat. Out here taking invites away from people just for the fun of it. Just because he can. Doesn't want to, doesn't need to. But just felt like causing problems. That really is Megidramon coded. He showed up, he took people out, blew up, and left. Podium. So top 4 that got their invites is Blue Green Imperial in 4th place. Rich Life on Megidramon in 3rd. He did already have his invite, so all he was doing was trolling his local. Veer was on Purple Hybrid. And then number 1, 1st place, Dragon Lynx. So, that is the Bone Duster being called over. 1st place. Actually, no, wait. 2nd place. And yeah, there it is. The Bone Duster. Not on Royal Knights. A full box for winning is crazy. That's the GOAT. Now, Jamie, I beg you. He said, not at the moment. Respectable. I mean, it's actually no, because it's a store regional. It's a store regional. I don't know if it's even going to show up. Yeah, people got to figure it out. You saw a lot of like the core game plan. But if there's no deck list, then you have to figure it out from there. So the VODs are going to be live from all of this stream. I'm going to edit when I come home. And I will try and get all of the individual rounds out on YouTube. It will just take a little bit to get them out. They'll probably just come out as part of daily uploads, maybe at 12. There was a lot of Megidramon at Pontypool. So yeah. Thank you everyone for tuning in. This has been me. As a reminder, the actual matches as well were all streamed on Minikill's channel. If we could get him to 500 subs, that would make my heart very happy. Because he's been putting in the grind. And yeah, just love to see him get up to 500. But yeah, really, really cool stuff from London. Thanks for letting me co-stream. And this is going to be me signing off for now. I'm just going to quickly check and see. I don't think anyone's streaming the Digimon category, so I'm just going to head off. As always, like and subscribe if you watch stuff on YouTube. I will be getting daily Digimon content out as best as I can. And yeah, be good to yourselves and have yourselves a damn good one.